horse. There's not a sports writer worth his salt that didn't get thrown out of a couple of locker rooms. Okay? Okay. You ready? Yeah. Go back in there and get him, son. Okay. Go get him. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Thanks, Dutchman.
Always a thrill to get an actual cash payment for something your father drinks.
Oh, Dutchman. No, I had a cup of Joe, please.
Seems your son here had a different idea.
It's on me, Pop.
Oh, all right then. Yeah.
So, aside from the pugilistic endeavors, how was spring training?
Nothing like it, huh? No, I'll tell you, it was rejuvenation time for this veteran old sports scrap. You read my column?
No, but I feel an urge.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Dewey Freeman.
Boy, what a spring that guy's having, huh? And what a set of Pistons. I mean, he's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. One hell of a incredible, damn ineffable ball player.
Yeah, spring training, that's never been more than just a bunch of overgrown adolescents standing around looking at their Porsches, as far as I'm concerned. They don't love baseball. Now, this guy right here, now, he cares about the game. You know, he has a real reverence for the institution that I think is the backbone of this society.
What is he now, Dewey Freeman? 38?
39.
People thought he was through a year ago.
Waived by the Mariners. Now, that's humiliation.
So, he's making a comeback?
Well, read the article.
Dewey Freeman proves that a step slower may just be a step smarter. That the waistline may be a little bigger, but so is the heart. And there is no substitute for experience, courage, and intestinal fortitude. You can't fake the years, you have to live them. Dewey Freeman has. I find that encouraging.
Well, it's just a vote for experience and determination over dumb youth, you know?
You said it, Pop.
Kind of like the Slap Maxwell story, ain't it?
She's a parallel there.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, listen, Pop, I'm going to use a little boy's room, huh? But order up another one. On me.
It's killing me, Dutchman. I just don't know whether he has it. Wellspring of poetry that all great writers have. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my. You might want to have a look at this.
Sports stats, journalistic ennui.
Still in all.
What am I looking for?
Transactions. Most recent.
Baseball, trade, sent down to the minors, injured reserve, waived. Oh, no.
Slap, hi.
Honey, I was just looking for you.
Boy, your face looks bad, worse than usual. Plus, you've got a black eye.
You're right. Look, honey, I want to talk to you, but maybe we can do that when I get back, all right?
Did you have fun at the Grapefruit League?
Cactus.
Cactus, right.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine. Actually, it was exhilarating.
You didn't call?
I couldn't do that because of the phones down there. They have the rotary phone inside. Instead of the punch button, which my long distance thing, I couldn't work.
Just as well, actually. I mean, my father might have answered the phone.
Yeah, listen, honey, I can't talk right now, but I have to get in
I think I'm going to move in with you.
You're going to move in with me?
Well, yeah, I know it's just a cheesy little motel room now, but I thought maybe we could think of it as a starter apartment.
Ooh, honey, let's think about your mom a minute. I mean, she might go into an actual stupor.
Slap. I'm not asking for a commitment, heaven forbid. I just want to be with you. I want to know that you care.
Of course I care, honey. Just because I haven't been slobbering into some long-distance telephone, that doesn't mean I don't care.
Think about it, okay? Just think about it.
Look, Anita, don't start with the hide-a-couch. I told you... Anita!
You read my column this morning?
Yes, I read your column this morning. I always read your column this morning. Look, you're the greatest writer since Norman Lear, okay? Look, if you don't mind, I got other cats on the griddle.
My column's no good, Nelson.
Look, Anita is turning into one of those, what do you call it, those mean things with teeth.
They waived Dewey Freeman. It's on our stats page. Now, somebody should have caught that before they printed it. Whose job is it to catch things like that, Nelson?
Yours.
Mine? I'm a sports writer, Nelson, not a bean counter.
She's all over me this morning because I put cantaloupe rinds in the disposal.
Talking about a man's life here, a man's career.
I mean, she's cranky, she's irritable. I mean, it's like that thing she went through a few years ago. You know, that post-DMZ minestrone partum stuff?
Look, I've got to get back down to spring training before Freeman leaves, okay? I've got to find out what the hell is going on.
And yesterday, she hollers at me because I let the baking soda in the refrigerator expire. Slap, what's going on here?
I don't know what's going on. Maybe Anita found out about that little number at the hardware store. What's her name? Myrna? Yeah, maybe someone at the Bridge Club told Anita about Myrna.
That's it. Myrna.
Now, can we please start talking about my going back to spring training?
That's what she's festering about. She knows about Myrna. That's got to be it. Anita knows.
Look, I'm going back.
Do what you want. You.
Hi.
Jude.
Yeah. I know it's kind of sudden, but I figured that if I waited to get a nod from you, nothing would ever happen.
So you just decided to move right in, huh?
That and my parents have become pretty difficult to live with.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. While I'm gone, you just stay right here, and then when I come back, maybe you can stay on for a couple of days. I've got to go back down to spring training before Dewey Freeman leaves. And when we get back, honey, maybe you and I should sit down and talk this whole situation over.
I thought this might go over the bed.
Honey, I want to caution you on one thing, though. Don't get too attached to this old place.
It glows in the dark, you know.
What? Oh, yeah, great. Good.
So I'll be here when you get back.
Yeah, I'll count on that. All right.
And I won't stay if you don't want me.
Right.
But you'd be crazy if you don't.
I couldn't agree with you more, honey. Okay, baby.
Bye.
See you, sweetie.
A&E will be right back with Dabney Coleman in Slap Maxwell.
My mouth has a terrible time waking up in the morning. Come on. You know why? Most cereals bore it to sleep, but not Quaker Natural cereal. My mouth gets a charge of whole grains, honey, almonds, raisins, a bunch of different textures, a blast of different tastes. That's reveille, man. My mouth will never get back to sleep. Once you taste Quaker Natural, everything else is just cornflakes. And now there's softer, juicier raisins and dates. Ooh, I think my mouth is gonna kiss me.
You make me sparkle. You make me tingle. Even the stars are brighter when I'm with you. And when I surrender to a tasty kiss or two.
Martini and Rossi Asti.
Sparkle, yes,
Make the moment sparkle.
The shower massage by Teledyne Water Paint.
What could a bunch of bumbling bank robbers
What could possibly go wrong now?
and a lovely old lady
Have a guest in the house.
possibly have in common?
Tell you I don't like old ladies.
Not much. Until they spill the beans.
I tell you we must do something.
All right.
She knows.
It wouldn't be right to keep the money.
Alec Guinness, Herbert Lom, and Peter Sellers
Oh, right.
are the Lady Killers. Tuesday. Blackadder's back and taking no prisoners. You wouldn't know what to do with them anyway. Blackadder goes forth. Thursday, 11:30, 12:30 Pacific.
A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
Really got a hold of that baby, huh?
Haven't seen a curve that fat since Tidewater. What are you here for the funeral?
You know my son, Elliot, I think. You remember him?
Yeah, sure. How you doing? Nice to meet you, Mr. Freeman. Me and your old man go way back. Yeah. He interviewed me my rookie year. Wow. Yeah, it must have been about 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, seems like yesterday.
So, Elliot, what's your line, young fella like you? Stockbroker? Arbitrager?
Oh, no, sir. Actually, I'm a sports writer. Well, aspiring.
Well, I tell him to just hang in there, you know, take a couple on the chin, but hang in, right, Dewey?
Yeah, well, when you're young, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, well, even when you're not so young, right?
When you're not so young, you gotta sort of pay attention to reality. You gotta face a few facts about yourself.
Yeah, we heard the bad news. Heard about you getting waived today.
Front office morons. They got some whiz kid making minimum down in AA. GM calls me in. He says, Dewey, we're going with youth. See ya. Thanks for the memories.
Bunch of idiots.
Yeah, maybe they're right. I played ball a long time. I should be thankful for that.
Like they're doing you a favor, huh? At least that's what they want to make you believe. You don't buy that, do you?
What? What are you talking about? I'm cut.
Well, hey, I can think of at least a half a dozen teams that pick you up in no time at all. Man, with your firepower, you watch, a week or two, that phone's going to be ringing off the hook. You're going to end up with Minnesota, maybe New York.
What are you, Tinkerbell? Read the papers, Maxwell. I'm history. Look, why don't you guys get out of here? I want to be by myself. Come on, pal.
No, wait a minute. You just think walking away is going to solve everything?
Let me tell you something. Last week, I sat down and figured out how many times I swung this stick in my career. Counting batting practice, spring training, winter ball in Venezuela comes to about 3 million. That's a lot of cuts, isn't it? That's a lot of pine tar. That's a lot of pressure. I put my butt on the line for this game, and I don't need some cheerleader with a press card telling me what I should or shouldn't do. Now, you never stood between those white lines, baby. You were never there. I was. See you, Maxwell. Thanks for the ink.
Hey, just a darn minute. Let me tell you something about my father.
Elliot.
No, I've got something to say here, Pop, and he's going to hear it. My father puts his butt on the line more than you do. Every time he writes a column, he leaves part of himself in those words, and he's in there pitching every day, 7 days a week. Except for when Uncle Nelson fires him, but he always comes back harder than ever. No time off for hot stove league, no licking his wounds, no feeling sorry for himself. So don't say my pop never played the game. He's as much a big leaguer as you are.
I didn't mean to step in there like that, Pop.
It was good what you said about my being a big leaguer.
Yeah, maybe I got a little carried away. You guys were slinging so much bull, I thought I was going to get buried in it. But I guess that's what sports is, isn't it? Bull.
Well, come on, I'll buy you a beer.
Really?
I may not be buying. Part of sports is the last one off the field does the buying.
Boy, this is great.
Okay. Baseball, spring training. Dewey Freeman. Mr. Williams, can I call you Thumper? All right, Mr. Thumper. I know you usually talk to my pop, but tonight he's a bit under the weather. It was my fault, really. I mean, because I let him force me into a drinking contest. So, anyway, Pop said I could write a guest column, being as how I've been to spring training now, and being as how he's got a steamroller going through his head. But I need your help. So, here goes nothing. In baseball, it isn't over until they run out of balls. Yeah. Somewhere, birds are singing. And somewhere, children shout. Dewey Freeman is a wimp. And the wimp is bailing out. I mean, if I ever get any good at this writing game, maybe I'll carry on the Maxwell tradition, huh? Yeah, Pop's got it pretty good. Not everybody's that lucky when they get old, like Pop. Of course, you wouldn't know about that, you being immortal and all. I mean, sure, you're old now, but you'll never really be old. You'll always be knocking it over the fence. You'll always be who you are. The cleats may hang idle, but the spirit of the man, the spirit of the player, doesn't. Dewey Freeman should be valued for what he was, not for what he isn't anymore. Thanks, Mr. Thumper.
Hey, Judy.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't expect you till tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
I picked up a few Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week carbohydrates.
Ah.
And there was a special on cheese spread.
Did you do something to the house here?
Do something?
I mean, did you move something around, fiddle with stuff, or?
I considered varnishing everything. The dresser, the TV, the bed.
The TV, honey. The TV guide is not on the TV.
You're right. It's probably on the bed. How could I be so stupid?
I mean, the TV guide belongs, you know, on the TV.
You're right. After all, it's not a bed guide.
There you go.
So, how was the interview?
Interesting. You know, this guy is just, well, he's in the prime of life. Well, almost in his prime anyway. And all of a sudden he gets this little setback and he decides to hang him up. Get himself a metal detector and head for the beach.
And you don't think he should?
I don't know. It's his call. It's his life. You know me, I just live and let live.
Yeah, right.
So, you're still here.
It's the ambiance.
I didn't call.
I noticed.
I thought about calling.
Well, then my dreams have come true.
I actually went to a payphone, the one in the lounge.
And?
No change, of course. And the guy behind me, little diabetic guy, had to order some insulin.
Well,
so
then you're a saint.
Well, yeah, in a way, you might say that.
Slap. I want to know how you feel about me.
Segue, honey. How about a little segue?
Okay, how do you feel about me?
You know how I feel about you.
I want to hear it. I want to hear the words. You never say the words. Don't be afraid to use a cliche if it'll make it easier. Maybe there's some poetry you'd like to refer to. Anything but that Nantucket thing.
Well, you know, honey, I mean, it's not just something you blurt out. I mean, you know I'm crazy about you. You're very special to me. You know that. I think you're, and I don't say this lightly, I think you're the cat's pajamas.
You mean it?
The bee's knees. Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Yeah. I want you to stay on.
For how long?
How about open-ended? How about no checkout time? You pick up half the rent. We'll just see how it goes.
By open-ended, do you mean that...
I mean by that we will see how...
We'll see what?
Honey...
Slap, I don't want to go day by day. I'm not a Kelly girl. I want something more from you.
Judy, do you know what this place is like in the summertime? This is like a sauna bath.
Slap,
you know
I
why?
want a commitment.
Because of the air conditioning. You know what the air conditioner reminds me of? Reminds me of one of those old Vegematics. Remember
Slap,
those
I
things?
want a commitment.
The spiced ice things? Huh?
Slap.
Put a bowling ball in there. A minute and a half later, sawdust.
I want a commitment.
I'm really trying here, you know. Honest to God, I'm trying. And maybe it's that word, commitment. Maybe if we could find a word that doesn't start with a hard C, you know? Something a little bit less intimidating.
So, if I picked up a thesaurus, would that make it easier for you?
It just might.
And maybe I should get one of those 1001 position books, because I only know about 980.
Your dad with a chainsaw.
Hey, I'm not squeezing my hush puppies for nothing, you know. I did it, Slap. I did it, just like you said.
You did what?
I told her. I told Anita all about Myrna. Oh, hi, Judy.
Nelson?
I didn't tell you to say anything about Myrna.
No, you said that Anita was acting loony because of Myrna, but you were wrong. Dead wrong. She didn't know nothing about it.
And you told her about it?
Didn't tell her. I asked her. But then she figured it out. I mean, that's when the trouble started. But I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. I'm glad it happened. I mean, I'm glad that she kicked me out. I'm happy about it. You know? And this is gonna be a good thing. I'm on my own. No more kowtowing to anyone. Just me. And you. Just us two guys. And Judy. Just us three. So, where do I hang my lamp?
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell.
Coming up on A&E, explore the persona of history's most notorious mass murderer in The Fatal Attraction of Adolf Hitler.
Technology has finally conquered space. The space between your teeth. With Interplaque, its bristles rotate 4,200 times a minute, gently reaching into the spaces between teeth and along the gums to clean your mouth nearly plaque-free every time you brush. Interplaque, the high-tech answer to a down-to-earth need.
In this week's Time, an advertising message that offers a smart approach to television viewing.
Whenever I used to watch TV, my brother Tom would always flip me out. Then we got this Magnavox smart window TV that lets Tommy flip through all the channels. And I could keep watching what I want to.
Now I can see what I've been missing.
And that's quite a lot.
Don't miss the Magnavox Smart Window TV in Time this week.
In the city, the heat wave continues with temperatures well into the 90s.
Introducing Garden Vegetable, one of 7 new crockery spreadable cheese snacks from Kraft. Take a little dip before dinner.
Crockery, the fun is spreading.
Introducing Cheddar, one of 7 new crockery spreadable cheese snacks from Kraft. Unleash your dog.
Crockery, the fun is spreading.
If you think oat bran cereals are the way to go for overall nutrition, we're about to turn the tables on you. A leading consumer magazine just rated Nabisco shredded wheat ahead of all the leading oat bran cereals in nutritional value. That's how much fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals per calorie we have and how little sugar and fat.
Gee, thanks.
And that should turn your ideas about nutrition around to Nabisco shredded wheat.